I was born, in Alto, Florida. It was rough, and, my daddy, he worked as a laborer, helping clear land for 75 cents, $1 a day, when he could get it, There was 15 of us, and we had a hard time during the Depression. I remember that, After I got old enough, I was drafted. I went to Van Dorn, Mississippi, to learn how to knock out a tank, So I said, boy, if I ever get back to Lepanto, Arkansas, and we ever have a tank attack, I don't know what to do.
James R. Hendrix had never been more than a few miles from his hometown when, at the age of 18, he shipped off for the other side of the world as a private in Patton's army. On the night of December 26, 1944, as the Third Army pushed through France into Belgium on a mission to rescue besieged troops in Bastogne, Hendrix, serving as the group's anti-tank specialist, found himself at the front of the charge.
So we attacked pretty close to sundown. We went over the hill in our half tracks, and artillery shell hit our track, and just wiped out the whole squad. But I had jumped out of it, because you can't fight artillery. If you're lucky enough, you can outrun some of it. So that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to outrun it.
Desperately seeking cover from the unrelenting artillery fire, Hendrix accidentally stumbled upon an enemy hiding place.
Well, I wound up over there by myself. I could see them through a hedgerow, and I was laying under their gun, this big 88. And I seen our troops in there, they pulled back and reorganized or something, but they're getting out of the artillery. So I seen them Germans, they were moving around, so I got me a good position, and I was yelling and hollering, for them to surrender. And, they surrendered. I had the gun crew down on their knees with their hands locked back their head, like you're supposed to. When I seen our troops come over that hill like wild Indians, and then I had to go through their attack too. When they got there, Sergeant, he says, "What the hell are you doing here, Red?" I don't think anybody even knew my name. Everybody called me Red. I said, "I don't know," but I said, "Not only Germans trying to kill me, I said, you guys trying to kill me too."
After securing their prisoners, the squad continued their push forward toward Assenois, Belgium, in a drive to break through to the beleaguered troops.
We still 7 miles from Bastogne, and we went through Assenois, where I got the medal, and they threw a hand grenade in a half track in front of the one that I was in, and it blocked the road. Well, anyway, I couldn't get the guy out. I did, but when you all burned up, it's pretty rough. So we didn't get through that night. We pulled back, and we was ready for that last 7 miles the next morning when we got up and started, and the Germans left that night. So we went on in past Bastogne.
Months later, while still laboring on the battlefields of the European front, Hendrix learned that Patton himself had nominated him for the Medal of Honor.
I didn't know the one medal from another. And in basic training, they had us out sitting in the sand, how to salute when and who and all that, And the Captain Tomczak, he said, the only time enlisted man, an officer salutes an enlisted man when he's wearing the Congressional medal, you people got nothing to worry about. So, but that didn't cross my mind. And after I got my medal, I said, I remember what the captain said. Andy Rapak was my track driver. And he told me, "Oh man, they're gonna fly you back home. You get riding staff car and chauffeur and all that." I didn't believe him. I said, "Nah, I just, he's just trying to blow smoke to this little young recruit, you know. But then he wasn't kidding. They called me and asked me, said the president's on his way to the States. And I said, you want to be decorated here or you want to go back to the White House? I said, man, I want to go to the White House. But I was scared just as bad standing there in front of him as I was of laying up under them 88s. So.
James Hendrix remained in the service for 22 years, rising to the rank of Master Sergeant before finally retiring. He served in Korea, but not before visiting the White House again in 1949, invited there by President Truman after surviving a parachute jump training accident.
While I was at Fort Benning, taking my jump training, I had 2 parachutes that didn't open, and I fell 1,000 feet without getting hurt. And got me a trip back to the White House the second time, but I wasn't as scared this time. Truman said he just wanted to see the second miracle in the world. He said, I'm the first one. He said, getting elected president. And he said, you're the second, fall 1,000 feet down and get hurt. So,